Testing, mic check. Is the mic working?
Yes, sir.
Mic check. Mic check. Are we live? Are we live?
Oh yeah.
This thing is on.
We are live. Welcome everybody. Highway 54. We got the gang together today. Check it out. Stand by.
The ongoing series about the life of the people touched by the love of the Pacific. Here are their stories. This is Highway 54.
Hey everybody, happy Sunday, Highway 54. My name is DJ Kid Mango. In the house today, Carla D3 and Coach Anthony.
What up?
What's going on, guys? I know, man. Is the world going crazy right now? I know a lot of things.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, it's been crazy the past since 2016. This has been going all. For those who know, so Ukraine, the Ukraine war or invasion of Russia coming into Ukraine. It's been they've been fighting on and off for like 8 years now. You guys don't know that. In February 2014, they've had, scuffles in here and there, and every so often at the border they've had, disagreements. But of course, in 24 February, which I think is 9 days now from this day, Ukraine and the president, is it Zelensky? His name Zelensky, who was once a comedian or an actor, and turned to president. I guess Putin is turning him into a hero, a legacy of a sort. Where this guy is just, he got, you can see his balls from space pretty much. Yeah, I mean, he got some big balls. The things he's been saying and doing, what I'm saying, to get NATO to be unified. So I just want to hear you guys what you know about Ukraine and Russia and what NATO and the U.S. What are we doing right? Are we united? Do we care? What's going on?
Well, my thing is one of the things, the narratives that I'm glad that's coming out is how Black people are treated over there. So that's one of the things I'm actually excited to hear in the news segment. Because there's a small clip from, I think it was ABC or CNBC, where they actually interviewed a guy, and he was like, they want the Africans coming, the Black people pretty much, to get guns so they could fight for Ukraine. And he was like, they think we from NATO, so let's shoot them first.
Oh, hmm. Okay, so let me ask you this, Anthony. So when you see the Black people in Ukraine, now they're African, right? Most of those are African.
Yeah.
Now, does the African people in the United States, do they like Black people? I had a conversation with an African lady on the phone, and she told me that she doesn't consider herself Black. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? How? She said it's different with you Black Americans and us Africans. So she was kind of down on me a little bit, and I'm like, well, what if we kept that same energy? I'm not saying it's right or anything like that, but I've heard that so much when it's come to like Africans and Black people, because we're like the stepchild between Africa and the United States when it comes to us being Black. Like the United States don't like us that much, and then the African people here are like, you know what, you guys are lazy bums and whatever. But go ahead.
No,
what do you think about that? Are you?
I mean, I haven't came across anybody like that, but that is
really
an interesting topic. Yeah, because most people they actually go through the same stuff, and usually I don't try to bring up too many things about like how they view.
Yeah, I don't bring it up. They bring it up to me. I've had two people that's brought that up to me, and Kim Michelle, you're absolutely right. Like it's not all of them at all, because I do have like a lot of African friends, but there are some that will be like, you ain't shit. Like, yeah. So I'm like, well, but I don't know. But anyway, back to Ukraine or whatever. Yeah, that's messed up. It's something about our skin that I don't know.
Yeah, I think I heard the stories where they were letting a million refugees in, but Ukraine white, right? And when they had obviously there's from North Africa and Morocco, whatever, Syria refugees also going there. They're like, no, we don't have any room. Go back to Turkey or whatever. And some of the European countries like, you know what? I'll pay you not to keep the refugees in Turkey or whatever it is, right? And so there is a difference between colored refugees and European, ethnicity Europeans, refugees. That's one of the things that's happening in Ukraine, that there is a disparity. And remember that news. There's a news reporter talking about the difference between Africa and Iran and Ukraine, and the difference was like Ukraine is more civilized. Did you see that? You hear that? Oh man, you gotta watch it. But anyways,
Ukraine is more civilized than what?
Than the Syrians or refugees from North Africa, or refugees or Syrians, or the Syrians, coming over as refugees.
Okay, how does he know that though?
Exactly.
How is that even possible to know everybody else's mental capacity when you never met anybody? That's just an assumption.
Yeah. Well, that's what he said. He said it on live news. I don't know if it was CBS or CNN or Fox. I'm not sure, but he was describing the war or the refugees, or the difference between the two countries of refugees, and he called Ukraine more civilized.
Shout out to Harry Davis. What's up, cuz?
What?
So anyways, yeah, so we're talking about Ukraine. Yeah, we're talking about Ukraine right now, and things are coming out that we already know. We know what's going on, between European refugees and colored refugees, which is like Syria and Iran and Afghanistan and North Africa. There is a big difference, and like I said, when's the last time you saw 1 million refugees accepted in Poland or in any other countries?
So you remember the different quote unquote refugees / evacuees that United States brought into a lot of their different bases, primarily some of the bases in the Midwest. Why was it such a problem when Haiti was going through a natural disaster for them to come over here? It's a rhetorical question. I just figured I'd ask.
Same thing, Haiti.
That was a good
country.
question.
Yep.
So that disaster is not good enough But
Yeah.
if somebody who you used to be a part of decides to bomb you, then okay, it's up to you to get out, and we're going to do what we can to help you, and also send forces over there to help out. Just something to think about.
Yeah,
I mean, $100 billion aligned to it, and they can't do these student loans. I'm sorry.
I know, right?
What about it?
Well, you know, Ukraine is in their 9th day right now. President Zelensky is being a president. He is trying to rally the world, which we are now, and there are sanctions. But these are more than just sanctions. These are really strong sanctions. Basically, if you heard of SWIFT, you guys know about SWIFT?
No.
Basically, it's a banking
Oh,
system
yes.
that the world is. Yeah, where like credit cards and credits are aligned in the world, and so they kicked off Russia off this program called SWIFT. Basically, you can't accept credit cards in their country. They can't. Their ruble is like cannot be exchanged in the world market, pretty much.
Yeah, they froze a lot of stuff.
And they
Well,
repoing a lot of their yachts and stuff.
Yes.
Ooh, I wonder if we can get one.
For cheap, yeah, it'd be probably good. I'm sure there's a lot of vodka. But anyways, Ukraine, I think Biden and an administration is doing what they're supposed to do, is uniting. Like, hey, we're not doing this by ourselves. We're not making decisions. We got troops. Don't get me wrong. We got troops, and we've got our brothers and sisters out there deployed in like Germany and Poland, and all the NATO bases. But the day that the U.S. shoots one bullet, through Russia, that's a different story, and we're trying to avoid that as much as possible, right? Yeah. The value was it? Yeah, the ruble ain't shit right now. Actually, less than a penny.
Wet food stamp.
Yeah. So yeah, where the food. So we can talk all day about Ukraine.
Take it back to your mama. We can't use it.
Yeah. Obviously, the people who were openly supporting Putin over Ukraine is ridiculous. I've never seen that in my whole life, where they're siding with a dictator. Putin been in power for 20 years. Anyways, I think we're in the right step. People just pay attention. We're not in the war, but U.S. knows if once we chalk up, we're ready to rock and roll. We train for that. Deployments. They're on the ground there. We're just not in harm's way, which we should never be. But
Right.
NATO, and that's why NATO was built because of Russia. They're doing their thing, and they want diplomacy first. We're not here to be at any day, right? At any day, we can shoot anything we want right now.
Do you think there'll be a draft, Floyd?
No, not for this. That's
because
no,
we're not
man.
putting that many troops out there anyway.
Yeah.
It is a draft. They need to take the baby daddies that ain't paying child support.
Yeah. we're gonna find out real quick who's a real patriot when the draft comes in. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want no draftee next to me. I
can't go. Hey,
motherfucker, you better take your hands out of your pocket.
Right. Oh yeah. She said, fill up your gas tanks. Let me tell you something. It'll
man.
how much gas is right now. I cannot I can't even touch a pump. Nope. I haven't touched a pump in over a month. I can't do it.
Wow.
I fill up twice a week.
What are you saying about D3? That's crazy.
Man, I smell
emotional damage.
I'm 87 octane as we speak.
Shit. Not one pump? God damn.
Emotional damage.
Man. Fill up on pump 6.
He bought me skates for my birthday. That was a hit.
God.
He knew it was going up.
All right, guys, we have a good show today. We've got I got questions, and we got some money tips from Coach Anthony. But the biggest tip today, main topic, is what is the fuck is going on with Kanye West, and we're going to talk about divorces because I think we've either been been around it. I know people who's been divorced. So hopefully this topic today will help you, if not help save your life or save your marriage. So stand by.
Mhm.
D3, are you ready?
Yeah, we good.
All right, but hold on.
I was deep in my thoughts this week, which is nothing new. But I was thinking about something that the old folks used to tell us. They used to say that if you feed somebody long enough, then they start to look like you. So it made me think it made me think about a German word called doppelganger. And in its most basic form, doppelganger means double. And some people might think that it means apparition or some type of spirit that resembles another person who's living. So that got me to wondering. There are supposedly 6 degrees of separation between everybody in the world. And you know how the old folks always said, oh, everybody has a twin and we're all related one way or another. So my questions are, would you like to meet somebody that supposedly looks like you? And how many times have you actually seen somebody and somebody said, man, that person look like you? And you be like, no, they don't. Don't put that on me. No, that person, they head shape funny. That ain't me. So it makes me wonder, are we really separated by 6 degrees or 5 steps from other people? And does that pertain to the past and that person might be dead, or possibly the future too? Are we really separated by 5 steps or 6 degrees of separation? I'm D3 and I got questions. What do you think about that?
You know, that's actually a good topic. When I was a young airman back in the 90s or 1900s, whatever you want to say, someone kept saying, hey, man, I just saw you the other day. I go, fuck you guys talking about, man? Yeah, I was TDY, and my first base was Phoenix, Arizona, and Luke. And someone said, yeah, I just came from Beale. I just saw you there. I go, no, son, I'm here. He goes, no, your last name is Carmona. I goes, yeah, I just saw you. And Beale goes, no, man, that's not me. And throughout my career, this is a guy that looks just like me, I guess, and the same last name, but different name, different first name. I'm like, okay, I never met him. So, yeah, I believe that we all have twins if we don't start looking like our spouses.
Yeah, so roughly, if you think about the 6 degrees of separation theory, there's 5 other people. And you notice one of the trends going on now is multiverse and all this other type of stuff. So do you really believe that there's 5 other people, whether past, present, or possibly in the future, that look like you that you might even meet? And would you want to meet them? Because there's other websites that aren't really paying us, so I'm not going to put them out there. But they're websites to where you can supposedly upload your picture into an app or contact them, and then they'll send you, quote unquote, your doppelganger. Would you really want to meet them? And what if they're doing stuff that could possibly get you and your family touched, so to say? Is that really worth it?
I would like to meet my doppelganger or whatever. I like to meet my twin. Someone looks like me.
That's close enough.
Yeah.
I think I met one person that resembles me, but he's in a whole nother country, and met him face to face. And I say the only thing was either like some of our mannerisms were about the same, and because our eyes were slanted about the same. But that's about it. I would say.
Was he into finances that you know?
He was not in finances. He's actually not a lot older. I think he was maybe 6 years older than I am. So, but to see him, and I was like, does kind of look like me. So, but I had more hair like on all sides at that time.
Oh yeah.
But I've actually seen people that supposedly look like me to other people.
Oh, okay.
If we want to get really technical, that hit different for Black men because we've been fitting the description, not the subscription, but the description for a long time. So somebody said, "Oh, I saw somebody look like you." You be like, "Man, go eat with that." I'm not getting pulled over.
I feel like he's feeding me a lot, and I'm starting to look like him. You see it?
I see it.
Actually, you guys kind of look alike.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of
Over the years since I've known you.
similar features. Yeah, that's I guess osmosis. I don't know, but you do know.
Osmosis.
Yes,
Emotional, damn it.
no, no. But so this is my theory. Look, we start doing the boom boom and the sex and stuff, and our DNA starts mixing and shit, and that's how it happens, man. Like we start looking like each other, start talking like each other, we start smelling like each other, and
You don't hit a drug.
I get gas, you get gas. I mean, I don't know, it's a DNA thing, when we it does.
So that does happen with other people, not just twins, because supposedly
No.
a lot of times. But then I know Tyree and Iris. I know y'all can attest to this. My cousins. How many people in our family look alike? They're years apart, but they look alike, and we all talk at the same time, but we all know what each other is talking about. It is what it is. We have the same DNA because we come from the same source.
Yeah.
But for somebody that's not even related to us to have the same mannerisms and the same personality and even the same looks, that's kind of awkward. And would you really want to meet somebody like that? And that's just one person. There's supposedly 5 others.
Yeah. Mama Barbara said, I'm told that I'm told that a lot have 2 twins, and I have been approached by someone said I'm not her.
Oh yeah, Mom does look like people in Salisbury, but I think everybody in Salisbury. So there's that.
Because Salisbury, everybody cousins.
Salisbury, no, but I was walking in the store one time, and this guy walked up to me and said, "Barbara, you ain't changed a bit." I said, "I know." He's talking about my mom. I look like my mom, so I didn't deny. I didn't confirm or deny.
We can't too, because her mom met my aunt and my mom in Thanksgiving, and they all looked like they was kin, and they all sat back, vibed, and had fun.
Wow,
They did.
That's cool.
They had a lot of
I think people just, DNA wise and energy wise,
right.
it's gonna happen. Things will rub off. Like we've been hanging out to get together for about a couple of years now, and with Anthony a couple of months. So we start rubbing off of each other, the way we talk, our energy, maybe even our wavelength. I believe in that. Yeah. So if D3, we have a twin out there, or triplet. Yeah, man, it's just mind over matter kind of thing. The universe connecting. You probably got a white Russian twin. And you got somebody in Nigeria, called Matumbo. I don't know. an Indonesian twin, a Filipino twin. Hey, I want to remind you guys too. One thing about saying that. Obviously, right now the oldest man or woman in Earth has come from Africa, as far as we know, right? And we all migrated from there. You got to remember that I'm the mix in the Philippines. Filipinos are actually black, right? We're indigenous Filipinos are still alive. We're just a product of colonization, right? Spain, Indonesia, China, Japan, whatever. We're mixed color. So if you actually look at they call it Ita, the indigenous Filipinos, they're still alive. They're black.
Yep,
they look very
curly hair too.
Yeah, curly hair and all that. Ita, the Igorots, they're still alive. So we are all once. I still have that theory that we are. I mean, the theory is still valid, where we all came from Africa, at one time, and just kind of migrated over. Anyways, I just wanted to know a tidbit that Filipinos are actually
go back to Africa. And I really do want to go to Africa to visit, though. But people tell us to go, but they don't give us tickets.
Yeah. Well, so honestly, to answer your question, D3, yes, I would love to Zoom or meet my twin or triplet. It'd be interesting.
So you're gonna check out possibly some sites and upload your photo and see what happens.
Yes. I might put out a social media and say, hey, if you look like me.
Carl said somebody compared it to Vanilla Ice. Wait a minute, though. No.
I don't know about that, brother. That's
his real name was that Robert Van Winkle, right?
Yeah.
Chuckles then came in. Charles.
Hey, Charles, what's going on? Hey, guys, welcome everybody. We're just getting started. All right, so yeah, D3. Everybody else, do you guys would you guys like to meet your twin? I would. I think so.
Possibly, but that's my thing too. I mean, I'm as an adult, I'm cautiously optimistic on meeting people, but at the same time, be like, hey, like winning the lottery, be like, hey man, yo, I was your cousin from
Germany.
your cousin nephew,
Germany.
That's what my cousin Dwayne said. He said it was somebody that looked exactly like me from Germany. So I'm like, okay, possibly the curiosity is there, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, so and my homeboy in Louisiana, Tim, big shout out to him. We know who his twin is. That's his daughter. She looks exactly like him, and that's dope.
Ariel stole my face.
That's dope.
And I stole my mama's face.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if your kids don't look like you in some way, then you got
your brother looks just like you.
He sure does.
God dang.
His family name is Junjun. You know, we like to do the double names, but yeah, he
over to Japan. I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Far away, you know, because I used to DJ a lot in Fusa and Baro, and people are like, they far away. My brother's like, is that Floyd? Like, who's that guy? Yeah. But yeah, our genes and the Carmonas are pretty strong. How about you, Anthony? Is your genes pretty strong? Your parents' genes?
No, because I'm like a hot fuzz. Because like my mom and dad are shorter than I am.
Oh, okay.
So, and then it's like my mom's side of the family don't grow much hair, but they don't even grow facial hair at all. My dad's side of the house, side of the family does grow hair, but usually it's much finer. So I just mix.
Well, you guys see my whole family. I don't know if Carlos see my whole family. We all look alike in some way.
Yeah, you didn't think about it too. That sometimes the genetics, they jump.
Yep. Yeah.
Sometimes they might skip a generation and then it just recessive and just come from nowhere.
I'm telling secrets.
Mr. Timothy Nasal Rod, what's happening?
Oh my God, y'all are crazy in the comments tonight. I can't.
Y'all
we haven't gotten to the good part yet, so let's get this rolling. All right, Coach Anthony, are you ready?
I am ready, sir.
All right, hold on.
All right. So from today's book is James Allen As a Man Thinketh. Actually, this is a nice, lovely, thin book, so you can actually get through it pretty simple, pretty easy. Now, I am the host of the About That Wallet podcast, where I talk about building strong financial behaviors. And as you see behind me, I have plenty of books that I've read already, and I like to pull out different passages on this particular show. So on this particular, in this book, I'll read a passage on page 21 that I thought was really interesting. And it says, a particular train of thought persists in, be it good or bad, cannot fail to produce its results on the character and circumstances. A man cannot directly choose his circumstances, but he can choose his thoughts, and so indirectly, yet surely, shape his circumstances. Now, the important part of that whole message, I'm not trying to preach out here like a preacher does on the sermon, but when you think about it, you may be born in poverty, but you don't have to actually live and think in poverty. You can actually take yourself to that next level. And that's where I come in, and with my show, and also with the multiple guests that I have on there, is to talk about how to change your mindset from where you are today to let's start looking forward to where you want to be. Let's take you to that next level. So that's the passage that I want to give out to everybody today. You are not stuck from where you at, because your parents might come in, they only can do so much, and they bring you up to this one platform. Your job is to raise that platform for your family. If you're staying at the same level as your parents, you're not doing your family tree a good service. It might sound harsh, but it's the truth. That's what I got for today. Thank you.
Wow, that actually hits hard. Like my dad. He came from a third world country and in the late 60s, joined the Navy. Barely spoke English. But when he went to the Navy, he at every technical school or tech school, A school, he was like number one in his class all the time. No bachelor degree, became an E9, and got commissioned as an officer. Right?
Wow.
Yeah, no degree at all. Barely spoke any English. Only time he learned English is while he was at home or at work. And it's kind of hard. He did 28 years in the military, became a chief warrant '04, and at that time was the highest chief warrant. But how can you live up to your dad like that? I mean, it's kind of hard. But I think I did different things throughout my life. You guys know, a multiple skilled guy, and I think I've done better. But I think there always that pressure when you have a successful dad or parent that or mom, that just like a doctor, a nurse, or whatever, a politician, and you want to be better. You should be better than your parents. You're right. You're correct. Yeah.
That's kind of tough. Because if you think about it, in its basic level, you want to make your parents proud, regardless of whatever path you take. So my thing is, my main competition is myself. A lot of times we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. So I'm not out to be better than my dad or be better than my mom because our paths were different. But at the same time, can I look at myself in the mirror and know that at any given time, if I ask them how they feel about what I've done in my life, that they'll have a smile on their face. That's it. If it's a yes, then I'm going the right direction. If not, then I need to fix something. If I can't make my mom or my dad proud of me, of regardless what I do, then I need to change, not them. Something's not right with me. But at the same time, parents are also at the age to where they have discernment. They like this child right here gonna act a fool regardless. So I'm just gonna love them no matter what. So it's kind of tough, but at the same time, if you're just aiming to please your parents and show them that you raised me right with the talents and the gifts that you had and whatever means you had, but I'm gonna be okay. I'm good.
Yeah, and Kim's hilarious.
I know Kim is
whole
the best.
family, it's not the whole family tree, but the branch that your parents got you to, take that to the next level. And that's what it really is. It's a challenge to yourself and take your, I guess you could say, take the platform or the branch that your parents gave you, and how far can you run with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't like some people blame their parents, but you can't blame your parents at this stage in life.
No, there's no owner's manual on how to be a parent.
There is no owner's manual. I know because I'm a parent.
No, it reminds me of what's that one play? He was saying, "Hey, Dad, how come you don't like me?" Is with Denzel Washington, and then what's his name? Darth Vader voice. Damn, what's his name?
James Earl Jones.
Yeah. Sidecar called. What is it called?
Streetcar Named Desire.
Yes.
Boy, no, you
said sidecar.
Anyways, if you guys want a sidecar with the Pono, yeah, with one pump. There you go.
Emotional damage.
I won't let that live. Right. Let go. Hey, no. So basically, he would say, "Hey, Dad, why don't you like me?" And he goes, "Who's here to tell me that I need to like you?" Right? And he said, like, "Hey, do you have a roof over your head? You got food in your belly? You got clothes on your back, right? Who said that I'm supposed to like you?" He said, "It's my responsibility to take care of you." Right? I don't know if you know that clip, but
that's in the backyard when he was talking that conversation.
Yeah. Touched me. Every time I watch it, it just touches me, big time,
And Florida, that goes back to what our parents used to say, like, look, I'm not your friend. I'm not one of your little friends.
Yeah.
I got responsibilities. I got stuff I gotta take care of.
My mom didn't say she would just let you have it. But mom says she's extremely proud of me and you.
Thanks, Mama.
Oh, Mama Barbara, thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. I love you, Mama. I love you.
I gotta
Hold it down.
you gotta thank the Lord. So,
Yeah. But that's why you have a lot of kids. You get a lot of kids because you're gonna have 2 or 3 fuck ups. The rest are gonna be the other 2 is gonna be better than you. You're gonna be a doctor, a nurse. So keep, keep pumping those kids out. And you won't.
Oh, you better not come out when there's another one.
Until you get it right.
right.
Don't come out when there's another one. Not at this age.
Yeah, yeah. I think my mom and dad. We had there's 5 total siblings.
One of y'all better get it right.
Yeah, we all about to get it right. No, we're all talented in our own way, and I'm pretty sure my mom and dad are proud of us no matter what. So,
Yeah.
but I remember watching Top Gun. Man, I was supposed to be a pilot. Go dun 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 dun. Remember that? Na, na, no, Tom Cruise.
Hey,
Man.
hey, they just said be a pilot. Technically, you still can be with virtual reality. You know
Oh yeah, you can with the VR.
Do whatever you want to be.
Hey, we all got layers.
Pilots. Remember that one guy that took a I think he was able to fly. He stole an airplane and took it for a joyride and like barrel rolling it and everything like that because he all learned it from I think it was Microsoft pilots.
Oh wow.
And he had the full simulation at home, so he was like it's exact same controls. So he used it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Technology.
That's just like that little dude that was in his teens that was posing to be a doctor until they arrested him. Patients and everything. That dude was in his teens. So,
oh wow.
Fake it till you make it.
Right? Yeah, I'm a female rapper in the shower.
Hey, I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV.
Yeah.
That's right. We can be whatever we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
I like you hear me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave it there. All right, guys. Main topic of the night. It's a segue here, but here's a new segment called As No of the Week. As No in Tagalog and Philippines means jackass. So the jackass of the week is what the hell is going on with Kanye West? So last year, Kim Kardashian filed for divorce after 6 years of marriage. Obviously, those who watch Kim Kardashian, the Kardashians, they kind of know what's going on. But Kanye is not taking it very well, guys. Do we need a drink? We need a drink of that. I got a shot soju. What do you got? What do you got, Anthony?
Oh, for drinks, we just doing shots
because this is a segue. A segue to the
vodka.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah, we all got vodka today, don't we?
I had.
This is the exclusive 7.
I got my money and I got my whiskey. We good.
So going back to Kanye West, he's not taking it very lightly. He's taking it very hard. Obviously, he loves Kim, and Kim has moved on. She is not the history of picking the right guys throughout throughout her career. Was some guy named Pete Davidson, the comedian, actor, whatever.
Yeah, he's the current one that's clapping cheeks.
Yeah, pretty much. And Kanye West. So pretty much, Kanye West is making Instagram posts, writing poems, telling people, kind of instigating to like hurt Pete Davidson. It's a messy split up and divorce, and I kind of feel like, for him, but he's a very public guy. Number one, he's a billionaire, and so he can get literally any woman he wants, but. When you're in love with somebody, it takes a toll, and you do crazy things. So I kind of feel for him. I'm not excusing his behavior, but and I don't know if it's also where he's a rapper, entertainer, where he's using that to sell more records and all that. So you don't really know what's going on. But honestly, I think he's really hurt. So today, I think the topic of today is, well, I think we've all gone through it. 10 most common reasons for divorce. And I think we've all either been there, been through it, or know people who do. So number 10.
Kim, be quiet.
All right, number. Oh, sorry. Where are we at?
What the top? Oh, that's strong.
Top 10. Yeah. Okay. So,
Oh.
sorry. I'm getting it ready here. All right. Top 10. Physical abuse, emotional abuse. Physical emotional abuse is a sad reality for some couples, and it contributes about 24% of divorces. It doesn't always stem from the abuser being a bad person. Deep emotional issues are usually to blame, regardless of the reason. No one should tolerate abuse. Most remove yourself. Most people will remove themselves relationship wise safely by just moving out of the house or going to a friend's house or family house. So the most common is number 10 is physical and emotional abuse. You guys agree?
Yes.
I do.
I actually, personally, I thought that would be higher.
I thought it would be higher too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I think it goes to once you learn about boundaries, and if you let a person do certain things, they're going to do it. And we're
A dirty butt Pete.
Oh, sorry. I'm going through these comments. That's probably why. Kind of the one doing the butt. So
cannot.
Every episode has a butt situation.
So yeah. So physical. Sorry, Carla. So physical and emotional abuse. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just saying. Like, I mean, I've been in that situation in the past, and I mean, it's not even forgiving him; it's forgiving myself for putting up with that bullshit. You know what I mean? You know what? I'm gonna just go ahead. It ain't hurt that bad.
Yeah.
Listen, you shouldn't, ever put up with anything like that, and it should be higher on the list.
Yeah.
Like, no.
All right. Number 9, not being prepared for marriage. A surprising number of 75% of couples of all ages have blamed not being prepared for married life for the demise of their relationship. Divorce rates are highest among couples in their 20s. Lack of preparation is one of the most common reasons for divorce.
I mean, duh. Like,
I got something to say about that.
Go ahead, baby.
Not to cut you off, but on the real to real, Floyd, tell the truth. How many people you know in the military that got married just because they got an extra paycheck?
Right, exactly.
They knew that when you get that quote unquote wedding ring or that marriage,
checking for rank,
you get all that. Your money is boosted.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, I can get home base house. I just gotta marry. I ain't gotta like them, bro.
How much?
If you don't like them,
BAH or basic allowance
and
goes
then
up.
overseas the cola. The
cola goes up.
Oh wow!
When I was in Korea, they had a whole bunch of dudes that was out there, and they was going downtown, and they're like, okay, well, HWY said she got a girl that's just for me. Like, no, she said it to everybody down there. Next thing you know, them dudes is in the STD clinic, and they got an STD that they can't even leave the country anymore. So they might as well just go ahead.
What's that? Have you heard of this, Floyd? Tell me what it's called.
What they called it when I was there was called black gonorrhea. And at the same time, it goes completely against your immune system, and all types of stuff starts happening. Next thing you know, your thing is looking like a summer sausage, and they need to hit it with a hammer to get the pus out.
He said they had to hit your balls with a hammer.
No, not the balls.
The
shaft.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. No, so they got to get the pus out, and that's not in the United States, so you can't come back over here.
Black gonorrhea? Holy shit.
Never gave you that. You might as well just go ahead and put a ring on it. Just bruh, you stuck. So you might as well just go ahead and marry her. Now you married her because you got no choice. Because it's gonna be fast and nasty.
Fast and nasty.
Bro.
So basically, people who get married, people who get caught in those situations or get married in their 20s, they're either caught up with oh man, I'm getting pung pung or dick, on a regular, this must be love. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this gotta be love, right? Not knowing that it takes a lot more than just sex to have a successful relationship, right?
Yeah.
So, but don't So on the flip side, I have a lot of friends from Guam or even Philippines who were high school sweethearts until this day, right? They're still together, man. So there's a rare few out there, but it is true. A lot of people in their 20s are not prepared to even our teens not
Yeah.
prepared to get married right away.
Yeah, my
Right.
20s were a blur, so I'm like, no.
Yeah. All right, number 8. A lack of equality. Lack of equality comes closely behind the number one cause of divorce: lack of intimacy in recent times. When one partner feels that they take more responsibility in the marriage, it can alter their view of the other person's and leads to resentment.
They need to go to find. That's what they
Hmm.
need to do.
That-
Like,
that-
I mean, because
That's number
if
10.
no, I'm saying you kind of got to grow up in that aspect
Yeah.
because you got to, sometimes I feel like you got to pick your battles. Some people are just annoying and they just nag about little stuff. But I mean, that goes back to being prepared and being ready and getting counseling before you get married instead of just jumping right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a dope thing that the military does. They're like, okay, well, you need to go see the chaplain and y'all need to talk it out for a hot minute before y'all exchange vows, which is dope. That's pretty dope.
I think it goes to like also, like planning out your goals, and what each person brings to the relationship. A lot of times they're going through life, but they don't have that sit down and say, all right, we got X amount of money, right? This goes to coaching with Coach Anthony about finance. You bring to the table, you make more money, so you pay. We pay the bills, and that way everybody feels like they're giving equal parts. But like you go through life when we don't have that sit down talk. We just live paycheck to paycheck, and like, oh, did you buy the Xbox? Oh, did you buy that PS5? Oh, wow, we need to pay our phone bills. Like, what I'm saying?
So let's dig a little deeper. Does that man need to know how to be a man, or is he already there? Is he gonna walk on the sidewalk with her closest to the street? That's a man law violation.
But then
right?
if I don't know if you've watched on Netflix, Love is Blind. Like a lot of that stuff, the way it plays out when you look at them actually go through all the things that they're going through before they get married, I'm like, this is stupid.
Charles.
You
should have to renew your license every 3 years, or you're not married anymore.
Oh no!
Kim said they gotta hammer that thing. Yes, they gotta beat that shaft.
They gotta get the pus out. They gotta milk it.
They got pus and it was black candy yams or something. What'd you say? They black yams?
I don't know. His thing was looking like a foot. It is what it is.
Yo, I never heard that. I'm not in that situation. I never put myself in that situation.
Not good.
You talking about pH throwed off?
Yeah, I think there is depending if I hate to say this traditional. I want to say what's normal to you in your life is normal to you, right? Because what's normal to you is not normal to me. So different. So the male, I should be the caretaker, or I should be walking on the inside, outside, you and inside. That's all what's normal to you as a partner, and that's when you should have a talk about what do you bring to the table. And as you grow, right, from your 20s, things change, right? When you're 19, I like Fruity Pebbles. By the time you're 26, like, I fucking hate Fruity Pebbles,
Fruity Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles, all right? And that's probably what me and Carla, that's what we came together because we love Fruity Pebbles. But then all of a sudden, I don't like Fruity Pebbles anymore, and so that changes the whole dynamics, and it's important. I'm pretty sure it's on the list, but communication, just trying to talk to each other. And
communication is huge.
Definitely.
All right.
My problem was I was an introvert, so it's hard for me to talk, and I'm getting better. It is what it is.
All right, so that was number 8, the lack of equality. Number 7, lack of intimacy. And then why I hold my breath here, okay, so not feeling connected to a partner can quickly ruin a marriage because it leaves couples feeling as though they're living with a stranger or more like roommates than spouses. This can be a lack of physical or emotional intimacy, not just physical, emotional intimacy. And it isn't always about sex. If you are constantly giving your spouse the cold shoulder, know that it can become the ground of divorce over time. And often couples struggle with different sex drives. right? As we age differently, the sex drive when you're 20 and sex drive when you're in 40, it's way different. And some guys don't know from the time they're 29, 30 up to the late 30s to 40, our sex drives change, and it's all hormonal. It's not like, oh, I'm always tired. So, and the girls' sex drives change too. From the 20s, like, I'm not really into it, whatever, we can do it, versus like in the 30s, 40s, like, hey, motherfucker, that's an eggplant.
Yeah, hey, mother. Oh, excited.
I need more than 5 minutes, honey. So is lack of intimacy a source of divorce, or have you had that experience? Yes.
I won't say it from that aspect. I mean, if anything, it leads to other things. I don't think it's an actual like the tipping point. I would say it will lead to, I think you're cheating and you're not think I'm sexy anymore, and you must be finding some other person out there in the workplace that you with 8 hours of the day. So.
Yeah. Was that your work husband or your work wife?
Mm.
I don't believe in that.
Do that.
I don't believe in that.
You don't,
because that's when you say work husband or work wife, you're actually normally just planting a seed in your own mind that there's somebody else that could be better than what you already have.
That is intimacy.
I'm not jealous, but I'm protective of what I already have.
That's why I work from home.
So lack of intimacy, yes, it is important in a relationship, and that's something you and your partner need to talk about. Hormonal stuff will happen for guys, right? I don't know, D3, that our testosterone will go down.
It's a what?
And
testosterone.
Our testosterone. Our testes will go down. A juice. The mojo will like. Our mojo is pretty much empty, so you gotta up that. But also know that if your partner, especially if it's a female, at a time they're in their mid 30s and 40s and 50s, their drive is a lot different. So it is important.
Faster than us, yeah.
Yeah, and that's not just physical too; it's all emotional too. Emotional intimacy that you need to keep that fire going. What you're saying, keep the Kindle.
Yeah,
Kindle
I
walking.
feel way different than I was when in my 20s.
But yeah, think about the love language too. It's like, what do you consider as affection? And I think for guys it's one thing and women is different. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's just an open relationship. You need to talk to not open relationship, but a relationship full of communication. Yeah. All right, number 6, unrealistic expectations. It's easy to go into a marriage with lofty expectations, expecting your spouse and the marriage to live up to your image of what a marriage should be. Woo!
But that's a conversation. Like, I know when we got married, I mean, all that shit was laid out because I wasn't about to do this for life, and make vows and all that. You have to have that conversation, and you have to be upfront with ground rules, and you have to have somebody that is very receptive, and he's receptive, right? Yeah,
you gotta receive it. Oh, hey, Anthony Kennedy, I actually know that guy.
Yeah, love language. Yeah, there is a love language, and the unrealistic expectations. I think Tom Hanks said it best. There is going to be a time where you're at a high, where your career is like, I'm making the money, got the Tesla, got 401ks, I got the IRA, and one day COVID happens, and all of a sudden you lose your job. And it's called what do you call that when you get married? Your vows, for better or for worse. There's ups and downs, and there are going to be times when Carla is going to be in a different career position as far as D3, and then D3 will be at a different position later down the road. So
I'm just gonna put this out there. She's jealous of me because I break dance for a living. I pop lock like the best.
I thought you said break ass. Like break ass. Like,
she hating on your boy.
You break ass for a living?
I break dance and pop lock for a living. You know what I'm saying? They don't call me rerun. They call me re-ran. They call me re-ran.
Re-ran.
So, ladies and gentlemen, number 6, unrealistic expectations. Please, we all go through highs and lows. They shall pass. And it's important to recognize that, there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days. And, D3 can't be Denzel Washington. I mean, it's not going to happen.
He can't
You're
handle.
better than Denzel.
He can't handle what I can handle.
Mean?
I said it right there.
All right. So number 6.
Sure, that's what we do.
Yeah. All right. We're coming up to number 5. So let's go back, review again. So number 10 was physical, emotional abuse. Number 9, not being prepared for marriage. 8, lack of equality. 7, lack of intimacy. Number 6, unrealistic expectations. And number 5 is 10 most common reasons for divorce. Number 5 is weight gain.
He's gonna take all this.
That goes back to
it may seem awfully superficial and unfair, but weight gain is one of the main reasons for divorce across the nation. It may seem odd, but weight gain is also one of the leading causes of divorce. In some cases, a significant amount of weight gain causes the other person to become less physically attractive. While for others, weight gain takes a toll on self-esteem, which trickles down to issues of intimacy or even become a cause of divorce. Yes.
If you don't marry for like superficial reasons in the first place, then you shouldn't have a problem with that, because there's plenty of people that you never know what's going to happen to them, whether they get an illness and they're on medication to live. Why would you leave a person in that situation? You know what I mean? You have the thyroid, the thyroidism, all kinds of stuff.
And plus, usually after they have most women usually gain weight after they have a child too.
Yeah.
She's 26.
Yeah, which goes back to something that I heard from one of my old heads was that a man wants somebody who will stay the same, right, and a woman wants somebody who will be able to evolve and to change. That's where the common ground kicks in. He wants to be able to change somebody, which is tough. He wants somebody that will stay the same, which is tough. We all get that little pudge. We all get that little difference in metabolism because it slows down. So are you willing to stick it out, or are you just going to be like, you know what, the grass is greener over there? The grass might be greener, but you colorblind. Stop it.
Not only that, like he has a point too. He said highs are higher than abuse. I don't know how it's higher than abuse. People got their priorities really jacked up. And no, we're not having twins, Tim. I saw somebody post that.
So weight gain does have a factor to some people, not all people. But obviously you want to understand why.
Would it to you?
No, it's not a factor.
Oh,
but I would highly encourage it. If you feel, like you said, if some people who weight gain and they understand they do a weight gain, have weight gain, and they have issues of self-importance to themselves or self-esteem, I'd say, well, what do you want to do? How can I help you? How can I say, let's go hiking, let's go walking, hey, let's eat less rice. I don't know. I'm here to help you, support
less you. Rice. That was very stereotypical. But okay, so Anthony, let's hear what you got to say.
For right now, well, actually, I don't mind the weight gain. But for me personally, like I try to keep my weight in check, because once I said that once my belly goes over my belt buckle, then I'll get a gym membership. So I'm trying to save as much money as possible by not letting that happen.
Just hear about that.
I heard that vodka won't give you a belly.
Well, that's why we drinking. Every
right, you drinking potatoes or
no, Iris, guts okay. I mean, a little chub here and there, that's fine. But I'm thinking like weight gain, like whole, a lot more sizes.
I'll put this out there, Iris. If he don't like it, that's his loss.
Yeah, that's true.
That's on him. It is what it is.
Because I can't
think about it. Every woman on what's it called, my 600-pound life or whatever has a boyfriend.
That what that right there. My 600-pound life.
They found somebody. They found somebody.
That's mental. But I just cannot fathom the idea of somebody like picking up my kids
Oh, they
around you, picking up my rolls and washing underneath of them.
Yeah.
That's a bit much, sis.
I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna tell
Frying
you
chicken
guys.
in the bed. Did you see the one? The lady was frying chicken in the bed. Like,
Yeah.
who's bringing her to fry?
No,
I
no.
can't.
I'm gonna tell you something. And you correct me if I'm wrong. So we deployed in 2000. No, let me take that back. In 98, 99, we went to Germany from Phoenix, and we went to Baltimore. It's one. I don't know. You guys know it's one of the stops before going
You went to the
overseas.
airport. You didn't go to Baltimore.
We went. Nope. We stopped outside. We went to Baltimore and say we had a night pass. We went downtown Baltimore.
Y'all was in Be More Careful.
They went to a strip club, and we went to one strip club, and I'm like, holy moly!
Where?
It's probably
A
Norman
strip club.
James.
A strip club. Oh, he probably went to the gentleman's club in.
I went to the strip club, and
The gents club on
they
River?
might as well. Sorry, there was a lot of big. I'm trying to be nice here. There was a lot of very healthy women on the stage.
It's called Vivacious.
Very, they're very healthy.
And,
I said, I think we're in the wrong strip club in Baltimore.
They were thicker.
They're thicker, and the guys were as skinny as me, and they're loving it, throwing money and all that. So I mean, more love to you girls. Do your thing, but
you sit up there like holding on to his money, like where's what? I'm not.
Yeah. And it was like, please don't come up to me for a lap dance. I do not want
220.
Yeah. But anyways, why the reason I said that's because some guys like, bigger woman. They
Yeah,
like
just got a little extra.
See, Rush said, "Baby got cakes."
Emotional, damn it.
See, Rush, she got cakes and pies.
Anyways, Baltimore, I love you, Baltimore. But we did go to a regular club, but that one club, oh my goodness.
Got Cheetos in a bra.
Yeah, bro. I was like, hey man, one drink. We good with one drink? I'm about to leave, man. So going back to that TV show, I can see some guys just love they like bigger women. I mean, just like that. I mean, there's bigger women, and there's Queen Latifah. I mean, Queen Latifah is okay,
I can't lie. I don't do, if I can see your bones, it ain't gonna work. I gotta be able to see meat, and then I'm just gonna put this out there, regardless of how people feel. Ant Live is laughing, but I'm just gonna put this out there. I can see your bones, it ain't gonna work. But at the same time, if you got stretch marks, it's on. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. It's all I need to see a woman with her natural plumbing. You got to have your original plumbing. So it is what it is. I lived in Atlanta. I don't do the I don't do the this is just baby fat, but you done transferred over from being another gender. No, you got dudes. You got to have a female in your camp that you want to holler at that has at least one kid. That means she has her original plumbing. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Oh yeah, in Atlanta, you can say that in Atlanta now,
bruh.
No, it was Atlanta then, actually.
Don't holler at nobody single because you don't know what their original plumbing is like.
I know. Well, so basically you're saying is you get turned on by what? Stretch marks?
Okay. I'm 50 now.
Emotional, damn it.
I'm 50
I've never heard that, but hey,
to be honest with you, what turns me on as a 50-year-old is the fact that I can cook for her, and she's like, "Oh, that's what's up." She'll eat. Stretch marks. Number 2.
Ooh.
Number 3, the fact that she can say a specific song, and I know exactly what she's talking about, the verse and the year it comes on. Timothy Nasalrod. What did Gunny say to us when we was at his house? God rest his soul. We had a mentor, a musical mentor that would say to us, what song is this, what year it came out, and who is playing the main instrument.
Damn.
So That's how me and Carla connected.
That's how we connect.
She
Gotcha.
knew music. And think about it,
Gotcha.
all of us in here deal with music one way or another.
Yes.
So music will tell you everything you need to know about a specific person. So if you want to date somebody, this is a Dorseyism. If you want to date somebody, ask them what their favorite song is, and then go from there. If red flags kick in,
we will
Sorry,
judge
guys.
you.
let them
We-
know.
all the way
We
in.
will judge you by the music taste. No, I'm joking.
Exactly. I'm judgmental when it comes to music. It is
Well, you
what
know
it
we
is.
can't sing. All of us.
Sorry,
can't.
not sorry.
I think we're
I'm
all
not sorry.
I don't need you to hold a note. I just need you to tell me exactly what your favorite song is.
All right.
And I can sit back and do Man of Constant Sorrow all day.
Whew.
Floyd,
Okay.
tipsy.
I know, right?
Go back. I'm
He's
toe
tore,
back. It
he's
is
tore
what
up,
it is.
Floyd. We
That's
want
a smoky liquor. All right, number
number
5 was just wait.
Number
We only
one.
on 5.
You gotta go
Number
get-
4, constant arguing.
Baby, look.
10 most common reasons for divorce. Number 4 is constant arguing, from bickering about chores to arguing about the kids, insisting so much arguing skills many relationships have not mastered. Couples who seem to keep having same arguments over and over again often do because they feel they're not being heard or appreciated. Many find it hard to see the other person's point of view, which leads to a lot of arguments without ever coming to a resolution. This causes 58% of couples in divorce. Yeah. Over and over again. I always tell
Like you said earlier, communication.
some of my ladies friends, like sometimes they're, what do you call it? They're archaeologists. What do you call it? The one that the science of dinosaurs. Yeah, whatever. They dig in the past. They dig in the past and they keep bringing it
Oh, I
back
thought you
up.
meant they was for real archaeologists.
Right.
No, man, they like
I
to dig in the.
met one in real life.
You girls need to dig in the past all the time. You got like a Rolodex of like. Did you remember, Dorsey, what you said on May 25 in 2017? You're wearing that Deadpool shirt.
I don't do that though.
See,
That's
Rush
annoying.
made a good comment there. I'm curious on that one because I don't have arguments with my wife.
Bullshit.
Yeah, we just because we already understand our separations, and a lot of things that we talked about were the big things in the beginning before we even decided to get married, which was like
We talked about a lot of big things too in the beginning, and we don't really argue.
yeah. It's like, all right, well, you know,
We
sorry,
don't
I should
argue.
toilet this day. You know, sorry.
Yeah. I'm not a real big arguer too throughout but it happens, it happens. And what do you do? I have that coping mechanism. I know that the military teaches that. I just walk away, like stop, don't talk, and I don't say anything, and let you talk, blah 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 blah. And
What's
then
it called? Social affairs.
Yeah. But then it goes back to the fact that is being right really worth it?
Is it really worth it? No.
yeah. All right. So
She said if
number
you don't
4.
like Martin, red flag. And that is a red flag. You're right. That's
If you don't like Martin,
who don't like Martin.
I got
brother man.
I don't like.
They're not human.
I'm one of them that don't like Martin.
What?
Yeah, I'll say that because think about it, like the way how much he treats Gina so horribly. I'm like, this is not a good show. And then a lot of people that grew up with Martin treat their woman the same way and think it's, oh, they should still love me the same way, and they take it as golden as the way that they should treat marriage because they didn't have such of a guidance growing up, and because they can't depict on what's acting versus what is the actual thing to do. That's the reason why I don't like it. Is because of the way how the wife and
I'm gonna let the
Gina.
comments
the
get you.
relationship.
Gina.
Yeah, Gina. Was
It is comedy.
My thing was he didn't treat Gina right was because she pointed out his wrongs and his ego wouldn't let him. You think about it when he was talking stuff and he told her just to step. I think the first episodes, just step.
Yep, first
just
episode.
step. Yeah, and then she was about to leave and he started crying like a 2-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, so he knew he was wrong, but at the same time, he treated Pam
Gina
worse than he treated Gina.
Yeah.
Now,
Think about it.
now,
But the one you
Martin
love,
treats
though,
Pam like Dorsey treats Nikki.
She started it last time she was on.
Where is she at? Nikki, where you at?
Hey, Curtin's still ugly. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah."
But Coach Anthony, I kind of see what you're saying, but being a fan of the show and kind of knowing their dynamics, D3 is right actually. But if you don't know the character, you have seen most of the episodes, then you kind of like, oh, that's not a good relationship. But it kind of goes both ways because Gina does really say some horrible things, not horrible, but things point out that he needs to hear, and he kind of,
she's brutally honest because she tells him
brutally
about
honest.
herself. But if that's the case, then Married with Children, Al Bundy treated Peg a whole lot worse.
Oh yeah,
and they were on for umpteen seasons.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my thing
That's
is
a
with,
lot of-
with
yeah.
Martin, she shot him down, and his ego was. If you think about it, his ego was too high just because he was on radio. Stan shot him down, but when Gina needed checking, that's when Shanae would show up. She would check Gina. So it was a checks and balances. So that's how I see it.
So let me ask you this, Andy. Are there things that happen that you don't agree with, that you're just not gonna say nothing?
I mean, but it's good to say something, but also it's like just the act of him actually being wrong by, I guess, cheating with his third way teacher. Huh?
I'm talking about you.
Me?
You. Baltimore, you.
Yes, but you know what?
She tried to get you.
Right. Well, if I do see something, I'm gonna say something. But and also what our limitations are in our marriage is, for one is if we lose the trust in each other, we just completely done. Like that's what we agreed upon. And if for any reason one of us steps out, it's completely done. Like we already know what the separation is going to be. We already know who's keeping what. It's nothing. It's going to be a done deal. So we already have everything lined up. And these are one of the conversations you got to have.
We've been talking to post show though about you not liking Martin because.
Yeah, we all leaned in like, like
What?
We'll go on to the next. We can go on to number 3.
All right, number 3. Talking about 10 most common reasons for divorce. We're going up to number 1. Number 3 is lack of communication. Communication is crucial in a marriage, and not being able to communicate effectively quickly leads to resentment and frustration for both, impacting all aspects of marriage. On the other hand, good communication is the foundation of a strong marriage. When two people are sharing a life together, they must be able to talk about what they need and be able to understand it and try to meet the needs of their partner. Yelling
I thought that would be number 1.
Yelling is not communication.
Yeah, I thought that would be number 1.
Yeah. Thought that would be number 1 too.
We're coming there. All right, number 2. Trouble with finances. Money makes people funny, or the saying goes, and it's true, if a couple is not on the same page about how their finances are going to be handled, it can lead to trouble problems in the marriage.
Yes.
41% divorce because of money.
I think they usually say financial infidelity.
Yeah, that's from lack of money, but they wasn't about their wallet.
Yeah.
Ooh, I see what you did there, D3.
D3 audit. D3 audit. Yep.
Yeah.
You better follow about that wallet. That's what y'all better do.
Also,
we're gonna give away books too.
Yeah.
Like each week, we want to give away a book.
Yeah.
Yep.
So just to let y'all know, we're gonna start giving away books in the month of March, and also we're gonna have a what do you call it? Gift card giveaway as well.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's certain stuff that we talk about. I mean, it's cool to have different interactions and stuff, but at the same time, we want to give back. So people can see exactly what we're talking about and why we're talking about what we're talking about. That's the point.
Sir. Yep. So, guys, we would talk about the 10 most common reasons for divorce. We're coming up to number 1. I think you guys kind of know this already, but let's go back real quick. Number 10 is physical and emotional abuse. Number 9, not being prepared for marriage. Number 8, lack of equality. Number 7, lack of intimacy. Number 6, unrealistic expectations. Number 5, weight gain. Number 4 is constant arguing. Number 3, lack of communication. Number 2 on the list was trouble with finances, which is for everybody, not just married people. And number 1, infidelity or extramarital
hell no.
affair.
Okay.
Hell no.
Quick question. How many songs do you know that talk about being a side piece or taking the main chick so you can be the main dude or main woman? Think about it. How many songs do you hear on the radio or on whatever streaming media that you listen to that was talking about being side pieces?
Wasn't Chris Brown would say, she ain't you? That one too, right?
Yep.
Secret lovers.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Who we are.
One of my favorite songs, to be honest with you, Jagged Edge. I gotta be the one you love. Hey, talking about dude, Joe. All the things your man won't do.
Yeah.
Maybe
someone sleeping in my bed.
Thank you. Maybe that's something that all four of us need to do since we're all into music. We need to put together a side piece Saturday where we're all DJing on Twitch and doing our own thing. Side piece Saturday.
I still got my equipment.
Well,
who will tune in to Side Piece Saturday?
Yes, Side Piece
What's
Saturday.
up?
Side piece Saturday. Well, so number 1, of course, infidelity. Extramarital affairs are responsible for about 40% of breakdown of most marriages and end in divorce. And one of the most common causes of divorce, the reasons why people cheat, are as it's not as cut as dry. It all depends. Anger and resentment comes, emotional affairs, intimacy from someone else, like you said about work husbands and work wives, whatever. Yeah, mental and physical. But once you go through that threshold, trust is out the door. And well, yeah, man, that's number 1 for me. I believe that.
I think number 1 on top of number 1 is you bring a little raggedy ass child in this house.
Yeah, they call
like
ghetto twins. When you got a kid, but at the same time your wife was pregnant, she won't give you none. You go to somewhere else, and the kids are around the same age. Not good. Having a baby with somebody else on the outside. No addition set. Is this the end? Are you my? Let's go. That's it. Bye. Peace. Yeah.
I think we should reorganize, redo this lettering, because I think for
you get your side bitch pregnant. That's right. I'm saying you don't do that. That was the reason for my last divorce. I don't mean to start anything, but I'm pregnant with all right, bye. But that ain't my problem. I wasn't there to conceive. But anyway, TMI. Iris was true. Iris, and Mrs. Jones, straight up. They talked about having, like what Floyd said with secret lovers, they talked about having other commitments, and then they still meet up in the same cafe doing whatever. You're like, bro, is it really worth all that? Now think about it. That was before we all had cameras on our phone.
Oh yeah.
So you got somebody seeing you doing whatever. You're like, bro, is it really worth all that? Really?
What's the newest song by Bruno Mars?
This bitch.
One more time.
This bitch got me paying a bit.
Don't get caught up on that.
Absolutely.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
There you go.
So I don't know if you guys think, was it a good list?
It could have been reorganized, but it was a good list. Yeah.
Communication should have been.
But they need to put in that baby, because there's a lot of people I know, sis, no.
Yeah.
And you got looked at a little disrespectful motherfucker. I'm sorry, disrespectful little kid in the face. Some of them kids is really disrespectful. Like when they have it, and you gotta take care of it and stuff. And I can't.
Bernie Mac said you can chop him in the throat or chop him in the stomach at 2 years old. It is what it is.
I agree.
What the?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean the list can go up and down. What's priority? What's first? But I think you know obviously all that comes into play. So you can
Hey, I'm
switch it up.
sorry.
I'm dead, Carla. It's getting
We're
real right now.
really toasted over here. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. I got some. I got some soju right now.
We should probably end this. I think this is the worst.
This is an empty shout out.
So
Empty shot.
I'm going to.
It is what it is.
So I'm going to leave you with this, with the most famous poet of all of modern time, Chris Rock.
Yeah.
He says, a man is only loved under the condition that he provides something. I've never heard a woman in my life say, you know what, after you get laid off, we can get so much closer. After all, when a man needs someone new, his friends ask, what does she look like? When a man meets someone new, her friends ask, what does he do?
Mhm.
I mean, sorry.
I think it's an age thing because when you think about it, if you watch a lot of these old films and they always talk about the pool boy or whatever, nobody
Yeah.
asks what your side piece is doing. Like, oh, your husband doing, yeah, whatever. He's always gone. How you getting handled at the end of the day? You know, that's what they ask about, and
Yeah.
that's usually because that's what they lack, which goes back to I think it was like number 7 that you had on the list.
Yeah. So you guys don't agree with Chris Rock? Only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally.
I do. Where are you, Mister? Come here, boy.
I'm not exactly sure with that, but I don't know. That's different.
That's different.
I love you unconditionally.
I need to think about that for a hot minute, and then I'll come back with questions.
You don't have that type love, though.
Yeah. All right, my friends, that is it for Highway 54. Wow. Heated discussion. I'm sure we can go another hour about this.
Thank you. Shout out Unique,
Yep.
Tim, Iris, Kim. Let me see who else up here.
Oh, we got Anthony up there. Yep.
My boy C. Wait. C Rush, what's
Oh,
happening?
Charles Rush, yeah.
I got one guess.
Appreciate you.
Oh,
And
Mark,
happy birthday, everybody who's celebrating our birthday in March.
Anthony. And Martinez. I'm not Martinez. What's his name? He comes here all the time. At the top. Mark. Yeah.
Oh, Mark. Yeah. Mark's been here.
And Carl.
Big shout out to Carl too.
Oh,
Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, guys. Kyrie. Everybody, thank y'all.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming in. Don't forget to check out About That Wallet with Coach Anthony.
Yeah.
He goes live every Wednesday now.
Yeah, every Wednesday now.
Every Wednesday.
And
And you get to call in.
Take the
So
phone
we're
call.
gonna do two book giveaways next week because we're supposed to do a book giveaway this week.
Okay.
And somebody got me drunk.
All right, guys. Thank you. This is Highway 54. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. We'll be back next week. This is Highway 54. Yep.
What?
Carla, D3, and Coach Anthony.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.
We hope you enjoyed the show today. Do us a favor and click on the like button or share our podcast. Thanks for listening. Till next time, we are Highway 54.